The St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service is pleased to present current speeches. In this edition of Current Speeches, we hear remarks presented by the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister responsible for Energy, the Honourable Dr. Earl Asim Martin, during the groundbreaking of a 1 megawatt solar farm at the R.L Bradshaw International Airport. The event was held on March 27. The presentation is about 10 minutes.
I want to start off this afternoon by saying that when I started to put this little presentation together, that was about early this morning, some rain began to fall. So I said, it appears to me that every time we are having a function for the Taiwanese embassy, there's always rain. I recall in St. Paul's, the rain came down. I recall in Sogilis, the rain came down. And I was wondering if the rain was about to come down this afternoon also. It's always a blessing when we have these ceremonies. So the ambassador, we need us to have more ceremonies of this nature. It is a distinct honor and pleasure for me to be associated with this historic activity here today. The groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of 1 megawatt solar farm here at the R.L Bradshaw International Airport. This project here is a clear demonstration of the collaboration between the government of St. Kitts and Nevis and the Republic of China on Taiwan, the Sugar Diversification Foundation, and the St. Christopher A. and Support Authority, and SCELEC. With the government of both countries, along with SIDF and SCASPO contributing financially, and SCELEC providing technical support. This is a project costing in the region of $2.5 million. This project is the first of its kind in the OECS region, and I think we deserve a round of applause for that, as a government and the people. The government of the Republic of China on Taiwan has been quite supportive of the government's policy on renewable energy through its ambassador, Miguel Sao. Over the past 2 years, he has taken us on a path where we have the installation of solar panels on the rooftop of the government headquarters, which has contributed tremendously to savings in the cost of electricity. Then we had the erection and installation of 120 LED street lights on the Kim Collins and the Frigate Bay Road, again contributing to savings to the government. Then more recently, on December 31st, 2012, we had the erection and installation of 100 solar street lights from Sogilis area to the Sir Robert Bradshaw National Park. And then here we are today, gathered for the construction of 1 megawatt solar farm. I wish to take this opportunity to salute Ambassador Sao for his outstanding efforts in the area of renewable energy, for having bought into the government's policy, knowing this is the right thing that this government is doing. Can you give the ambassador a round of applause, please? I think he deserves it. We expect from this new development a cadre of new technicians trained by the engineers who would be installing the solar panels. In other words, the creation of new jobs for our young men and women in this green economy, new jobs for the citizens of this federation. Some 3,000 solar panels will be mounted at this site, made of monocrystalline solar cells on approximately 5 acres of land. These monocrystalline solar cells do have a conversion efficiency rate of above 18% and 25 years warranty on 80% of the minimum output. In other words, these are some of the best solar panels that we will find mounted here at the R.L Bradshaw International Airport. And I wanted to congratulate our technician and the owner of the company, Mr. Locust, for his outstanding contribution. The general manager of Speedtech Energy Company Limited, Mr. Locust Chin, has indicated to me that his company is willing to provide training in this area. Mr. Locust's company will also be establishing a branch of Speedtech right here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis to manufacture solar panels. This will not only provide solar panels for the local market, but also export to the regional and international market. I wish to thank Mr. Locust for the full confidence he has demonstrated in the government of St. Kitts and Nevis. St. Kitts and Nevis will very shortly become an exporter of renewable energy products, and I think that is a good sign for the Federation. We have heard discussions about the assistance that SCELEC will be getting from this project. But I'm sure all of us here as consumers are wondering, when are we going to get our assistance as consumers of electricity? As a government, we do appreciate that the cost of electricity continues to be of great concern to all of our citizens. To that end, the Ministry of Energy, the Sugar Industry Diversification Foundation, and SCELEC are in discussions on how to form or how to bring relief can be delivered to our consumers, which would involve some form of renewable energy as part of our energy mix that might involve solar, wind, geothermal, or waste to energy, and also a component of conservation on the part of our consumer. We expect very shortly within SCELEC a complete transformation and modernization of SCELEC. And I said to SCELEC this afternoon, the challenge is for you to get the work started. The consumers are saying that they cannot wait any longer. And I challenge SCELEC to immediately roll out the end-to-end project that will involve the whole modernization of SCELEC, the billing system that will facilitate the feed-in tariff, the smart meter that will also facilitate the feed-in tariff, and also the modernization of the grid that will be able to make the grid operating at a more efficient cost and will redound to a reduction in the cost of electricity for our consumers. So SCELEC, your work is cut out for you from today. The people of the Federation are saying that we cannot wait any longer and we need action from today. The government recently provided duty-free concessions of renewable products to all the citizens of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. And we want to commend the government for taking that bold decision. Because in the OECS region, St. Kitts is the only country thus far that has demonstrated that aspect of duty-free concessions in renewable energy. And I want to congratulate the government. I want, on behalf of the government in closing, to congratulate Mr. Locust. It was almost 2 years ago that I visited Taiwan, and I had the opportunity to visit Mr. Locust's manufacturing plant and indicated to him that the government has a policy of renewable energy, and the government would want the establishment of a factory right here in St. Kitts for the manufacturing of solar panels. I am glad to report today that Mr. Locust has responded in a positive way to our requests. And very shortly, within 2 months' time, he has indicated to me last night that the containers are on the way and the factory will be established here very shortly, within 2 months. I want to thank Mr. Locust for that foresight. That is a clear indication of the confidence in this government, the confidence in this administration, the confidence that this administration is working in the area of renewable energy. In closing, I want to thank all the technicians, all the providers, all those who are involved in bringing us thus far in this aspect of the construction of this 1 megawatt solar farm. Without your effort, this would not have been possible this afternoon. I want to say thank you very much. God bless you all.